Friends, how you guys doing? I hope it's cool where you are. It's going to be 90 something today here, which, as you've heard me say so many times, is not cool for Oregon. Not cool and not cool. I'm tired of this hot weather. I'm an Oregonian. We're supposed to rust instead of tan. Anyway, yeah, so that's my wine for today. I'm done now. How you guys doing? Is it hot where you are and you having any storms, Glenn? Mary R, you doing okay? Oh. See, we have some other friends watching. Hello, friends watching. Sign in and talk to us if you'd like to. If not, that's okay too. We're just pleased to have you out there. Okay, today, I'm not sure which one we're going to do. I think I'll start with the dogs. Well, there she is. There's Catherine. Torrential rain in France. Send me some of your rain. Heat dome has passed. Good. Good. I'm glad for you. Today, we're going to do these super cute little dogs. We got this one. We got this one. And we've got this one. Oh, look at that. They're just so much fun, these little dogs with their Rudolph noses on. I love them. Yeah. Let's see what we're going to do here. Well, certainly there's going to be 2 cards out of this. Yes, that just has to be done. And then we'll see what else we end up with.
They did one of those where they put it on one of those cards. I think an
an
interdimension card, and they put one of the big toppers in the back, and then they put the row of dogs in the front.
Oh. They must have been using a huge card.
I can't tell you that.
Okay. That's too small.
Say hi to Terry.
Hi, Terry. It's good to see you with us, friend.
Adeline?
Hi, Adeline. I talked to Selma, and she's doing okay. She just has some personal stuff she's going through. And I'd like to ask you guys to send a prayer out for her because she just needs a little love from her friends. So if you could do that for her, I would appreciate it. And yeah, she's doing okay though. Okay. They tell me I'm not supposed to use 6x6s. No. I'm going to.
Gonna get in trouble.
I probably will get in trouble. There's nothing new about getting in trouble. Okay. Yeah, I just sent them a little love. She is like the sweetest person. I'm going to drop that camera so I don't feel huge. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Hi, Sharma.
Hi, Sharma. How you doing, my friend? It really does, Terry. It really does. My girls have told me I can't use 6x6 until I get here. I ordered them. That's good enough. I'm going to make 6x6 cards. Oh. I'm trying to decide what I want to do, though. Because what I'd really like is to make a gatefold card out of that one. This one here. So I have to fold this differently. Hello. Ouch. Hey, guess what, guys? 61 pounds and counting. 61 and counting. Let's see. I need to actually measure something. Can you believe it? I have a 6 by 12 piece of paper here, or 6 by 11 and 3/4. Close enough for government work. No, I guess. Well, I can't do it that way. It's got to be. This is 11 and 3/4. Eraser. There's a pencil on the table. Grab it for me, please. If you go the other way, that's okay. You go the other way. I needed to put that. No. I need to put that mark at 5 7/8 instead of 6. I'm okay. I got it. I just flip my paper over. They're going to be covered anyway. There we go. We are moving along pretty good. It seemed like I was at 59 forever, and I thought I'm never going to hit 60 because it just stayed there and stayed there and stayed there and played with me. You know how the scales do. They have a mind of their own. And then all of a sudden it flipped over 61. I was very happy. Long way to go, but you know, it's happening. So what was the name of that show we watched with the sharks below Paris? I wonder if Catherine's seen that. Under Paris, I think it's called. Not the Seine River as sharks. You're funny, Catherine. I love you. Okay, so I'm marking the halfway point my card, which was 5 7/8 because it's a little less than a 12-inch card. I'm just going to fold my gatefolds back. The first one I measure. The second one, I just fold directly into the first one. I butt it right up beside it, and that's what I use because that'll give me a nice, clean gatefold. We got a gatefold card. Now, I want to use these panels in some way. I have to decide the best way to do that. Doesn't matter whether these light bulbs, I don't want the footprints upside down. Okay. So I'm going to cover each of my cards with part of this. Cover each of my cards with some tape here. You guys are funny. Hi, Irene. Sounds like a nap was a good idea then. Sometimes when you find yourself napping, it's because your body's telling you you need it. do this the way I usually do it, and that is I'm going to attach my cardstock where I want it. And then I'm going to cut the extra off. It's supposed to be 92 today, Mary. That's too warm. That's too warm for Oregon. I was saying earlier, Oregonians don't tan, we rust. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm going to attach my other side right here. Unscreen. Okay. Cut around this one. And just a little trimming on the bottom. A little trimming on this side. There we go. I have my gatefold card. And I have my very sweet Westie. This Thailand Terrier, who's going to occupy that place of distinction right in the front of my card. Okay, I need a blank piece of card, which I have right there. I'm going to build my topper onto this backing sheet because I don't like it when the part of it just flops off the edge. So cute. The reindeer antlers. I'm going to glue this one flat. I don't know what Teddy thought he was saving us from, but something. Teddy had to go back to the allergist this week. He's been having terrible allergies and really digging into his skin. So I took him back to the vet and she's doing some tests on his skin, but she also gave him an allergy shot when we were there. And man, that seems to have really done the trick. He's really come out of it quickly. My glue bottle is giving me almost no glue. Okay. It's warm enough in here, and there was so little glue on this that it dried while I was opening the pinhole.
Whoops.
I have to tell you about this drink Grace made me the other day. You guys may have had it before. I just loved it. Grace made me a drink with fresh watermelons, fresh lemons, water, bay leaves, and basil, and artificial sweetener so I could have all I wanted of it just because of my diet. And it was so good, so refreshing. Oh my gosh. Tasty, tasty. My scissors are a mess. Sharpen up one of my others. Oh, it was so good. I just crushed up the watermelon, ran it through a cheesecloth, and then made the lemonade. Oh, so good. That's why he's the cook and I'm not. Because basil, bay leaves sounds the same to me. Probably would taste a lot different. The foiling on this particular card set is bright red. It's really striking, especially against the black cardstock. Very pretty. Be faster with my detail scissors, but I've got them all gummed up from cutting foam squares, which I shouldn't do. Foam squares and foam tape. They'll be fine. I just have to clean them. Just a perfect summertime treat, I tell you. Margie had fixed something similar when we went to her house for a barbecue a couple years ago. I think she made a gallon of it, and I think I drank the majority of it myself. It was so good. I started thinking about it. I asked my honey if he'd make me some. They brought it out to my classroom last Sunday. Isn't that nice? Okay. There we go. That all trimmed out. Some foam squares. A cute little puppy nose. And I don't know if you will see it over there. Can you see if my glossy accents are over there? I think this needs some glossy accents on the nose and on the eyes. It's actually called crystal lacquer.
Crystal coat glaze.
That'll work. Actually a different product, but it'll work. Make them shiny. Thank you. Hey, so cute. Oh my goodness. What else do we have here? Never mind. And I'm going to only put glue on just the left half of my topper. So cute. Put that down just a little. Yeah. Just a little bit. Maybe even a little bit more. I think I want to put this Marianth right up there. I have always loved Westies. Of course, I've always loved Schnauzers too, and they're closely related. There she is. I do need to remove my pencil mark from the inside or line it. Kind of a messy eraser here. I hope it's not worse after I erase it. I have a good eraser here somewhere. Yeah, that's okay. There we go. Card number 1. Okay. Card number 2 is just going to have to be that pug. It's going to have to be that pug because he's too cute. He's just too darn cute. Oh, didn't put the crystal lacquer on it yet. I will. Okay. What you looking for, honey?
I'm trying to see if it was swinging.
It is. Oh, I have it set to anyway. Okay. So I'm going to use a tent fold card. These are the ones from Hunkydory that fold at the top. It's just something different. And I'm thinking that this could be really cute. I wanted to leave a border around it. Yeah, I think I'm liking that. I'm going to leave a little border around that. Okay. Let's put this off. Straighten this edge up since I see my scissor cut it. I'm going to make this 4 3/4 inches wide 6 3/4 inches long. Yes. It's just an extra soft touch for that. That's cute. Cute, cute, cute. The other thing that would have been cute would have been to put some red mirror board on it, but this white's cute too. Just noticed this little pug is all wrapped up in Christmas lights. I had a pug once upon a time. When I was a kid. She came to our house and stayed. We don't know where she came from. And she was so darn cute and affectionate. And no matter what else was going on, she was okay. But if my dad raised his voice to her, she got offended and she left. She moved in with some people down the road. We found out where she was. We went and got her. We brought her home. And that lasted a few months. And then he raised his voice again. And she moved and we never found her the next time. It says Merry Christmas to the dog. That's kind of funny. Got little puppy dog. Is that there? Here. I feel like it on the top. Okay, let's get some foam squares. Use some scissors I've already gummed up. I'm going to raise the outer ring, make the center ring flush, and raise the inside ring, inside image. I'll put these little strips along the edge. I'm going to keep them back from the edge so they don't show. Yes, you absolutely can send it to us and we'll take it over. We go out twice a week over to see him. In fact, we're going today after class. We're going to go meet Bryce's sister and aunt and uncle over at Dad's. And go out to dinner with them before they drive home to the Tri-Cities. And a little break between their 3.5-hour drive over, a 3.5-hour drive back. Lorraine is Bob's younger sister. Those squares there just a little close to the edge. I'm just going to use my nail and push it back a little. I want them to show. I will tell him you all said hi, Mary. He's generally doing very well. He occasionally has a day here or there where he gets more confused, but he's doing generally well, and he's happy. He really likes George, his caretaker, although he calls George either Bryce or Gordon most of the time. That's okay. I figure Bryce and Gordon were Gordon, his brother, passed last year or two. But Bryce is one of his favorite people, and Gordon was one of his favorite people. So if he wants to call George Gordon or Bryce, that's okay. No, that's interesting. Mary R., I hadn't heard that there's a test to check the level of your immunity. It's wonderful now to go and see him because we're going to visit him as his family. And we can just have a nice visit, you know. Putting the glue inside my frame instead of on this piece because it gets all over when you try to put it in here. And we'll put a few more foam squares on our dog. That's interesting. Okay, oh, there it is. What did I do with that? Yeah, I wish every senior that needs extra help could get the care that Dad's getting. Just the care and the love and the support. They're so good to him. Okay. Now, a little crystal lacquer out here. Opened. I believe it has. Maybe it has. Let's see. It's not going to be real obvious, but put some crystal lacquer on his nose and his eyes. It's self-leveling, so when that dries, it should be nice and shiny. Just a little more here. Not sure it can level quite enough. I'll do that. And get our little Westie here and do the same thing. a little bit on his nose, his eyes. Okay. I have been looking at what to do with these dogs here. We're wanting to cut it. Lost the cap to my crystal lacquer. There it is. I'll lose that. Okay. So. Five and 7/8, which is halfway. We'll cut that right between those two dogs, like that. We'll see how tall my dogs are now. Make sure I clear all their antlers.
Irene asked if you've seen the new box magazine, Christmas magazine from Hunkydory, plus the diorama cards, hoping you will get.
What's the diorama cards called? I just got an ad for those, I think, and I haven't ordered them yet. But there's one that's penguins that's just too cute. That are little layered cards. The DL would have been good on this too.
That's what Mary's asking. Are you making DL cards?
No, I'm going to make 2 European A6s, I think.
A 5x7, and then you could put a nice saying above them.
Mm-hmm. Just deciding where to cut it. I need to go to 4 1/8 actually if I want to cut it at 5 7/8. And then I can go right between these two dogs. I still might cut it down a little bit more from here. I just wanted to see where my lines took me. Like a box with inside view of different Christmas things. I'll take a look for it, Irene, okay? The decoupage penguins I thought were really cute, Terry. I hadn't decided whether or not to get them yet, but they were really cute. Okay, get a European A6 card out here. These cards I'm using up were some that we had from Kanban. Now, as is right now, it's a perfect fit for a European A6 without a border. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take 1/4 of an inch off the bottom. I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off this side because I have enough room there. And put that on my white card. And they're very, very cute. And then I think we'll have a possum Christmas right here. Looks so cute. Our little dogs. Okay, congratulations on your qualification for the event, Catherine. And good luck in your competition. Have a possum Christmas. I think that's going to, well, we need a little bit of our crystal lacquer. Where did that go now? We're losing things, guys. I'm going to put little noses. Where's the little? I think their eyes are too small on this one to put it on their eyes. But I do have just a little bit of shine on their noses. They turn out cute. We still have one left here. It has a teddy on it. We have two of these. Two of these, some of those. I'll just give it the puppy seal of approval up there. Red puppy paw. I always love these border cards that give me two cards at once. On my board today, I could get some out. I'm going to put some on the last one or two here. And the puppy seal of approval. Let's get a nose. Little noses. Oops, almost missed a little Yorkie here. Okay. So we have 4 cards done already. Looks like we're going to have components for yeah. I'm going to need a probably a little background of some sort for some of this. Cardstock's going the wrong way. These lights hanging down. I suppose the lights could come in from the side. I don't know how I got a foam score stuck on the back, but I did. I think I'll try it. I think I'll put this card this direction because it kind of looks like it could be lights along the wall. I like that, just like that. That's pretty. I'm going to need a greeting of some sort. Can you see if you can find me like a black Merry Christmas or something, honey? There are some small Merry Christmases on the table where we were working last night. I could turn one black. What do you think, guys? I'm kind of wondering if we want to have a border on this one. Okay, it could be cute to have a border. Let's see what else what I have up here. My Mary stash. Do I have anything appropriate for that? Oh, I think I do. I have Jupiter red. Let's try some Jupiter red. That could be fun. Besides that, I need a little something extra to kind of fill this one in. So I'm going to cover my cardstock in Jupiter red. Like K & Company used to make. The K & Company, I know the ones you're talking about, Glenn, and they were spectacular. There isn't a lot going on with those kinds of brads and embellishments, and clearly yours, like there used to be with K & Company. K & Company's still around. They're owned by EK Success, but they're not doing all the things they used to do. I'll keep an eye out, though, okay? I have a pair of scissors with a pin hanging on the end of it. I think they're owned by EK Success. So now I'm questioning myself as to whether it's them or not. But K & Company did have some beautiful stuff once upon a time. Okay, this just a tad wider than normal because I'd like that Jupiter cardstock to really show. So I'm cutting it 3.5. I'm going to cut it to 3.5. 3 3/4 by 5.5.
It says they used to be out of Kansas City, but no more.
Huh. Let's see. Guys found me some stickers here. I had a fun time last night making Deck the Halls cards. It was pretty delightful. Lots of fun people to work with. Too big. This actually might be kind of a fun way to add a little something to this card, although it's pearl. Not sure how that's going to go, but I think we might have to try it. It might be fun to take one of these pearl snowflakes, put it over here, and put our embellishments over the top of it. This maybe our words over it. We're going to find a black pen. Surely there's black in all these pens I have up here. And I like the Happy Christmas with this one with the dog. I'm going to turn this black. It'll be a little gold. Have a little gold tint to it because I'm coloring a gold one instead of silver.
It says in 2007, K & Company, along with scrapbooking icon EK Success, was purchased by Wilton Brands LLC.
Okay.
Yep, the same folks that make cakes and candies.
Huh. Yeah, I had forgotten about EK Success being bought by Wilton. There's such a huge consolidation in the craft industry. There's really only half a dozen true players anymore. I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. We're getting pretty sparse on the things that we have to work with here, but I think this is pretty cute. Yeah, Peterson Arn, it still is one of our suppliers out of Eugene, Oregon, has been purchased by Leisure Craft, and so they've discontinued a lot of the products we got from them and are carrying mostly Leisure Craft products now. And Notions Marketing, who's another one of our major distributors, has been purchased by my brain went crunch and stopped. Nouveau and what's their company? Nouveau and Oh, I know this one. What is it called? Tonic Studios. One reason I'm glad that we get a lot of our goods from Europe, because it doesn't appear that there's been quite as much consolidation in the European market, so we still get some fun. And didn't that turn out cute? I think it's cute. I think that's why they were subsequently sold, is that they were primarily known as a scrapbooking company, and the scrapbooking kind of lost favor with the market. I don't think they could survive on their own. But they did have some beautiful stuff. Okay, I have one tag left, or one dog left, and I need a piece of cardstock for that. I only have this one left. I don't know if we want to use that or not. Do I have any mini DLs over here? Actually, might fit a mini DL. I don't know. That'll be better. I'm going to go with that, I think. We'll see what it looks like. Okay. Wow. This one's going to have to go with the bulbs one direction and the card another. There's just not anything to be done about that. I think I'll go ahead and, let's see, how wide is my card? My card is 3 1/8 wide. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there and cut off the extra. You would have thought you were in heaven, Mary. A couple of years ago, I brought back a pod that I had moved a whole bunch of inventory into long-term storage while we did our remodel and built the shop and the warehouse. And it had stayed out there way too long. And when I brought that in, I had cases and cases and cases of K and Company albums. We sold those big albums with the family names for like $5 a piece at a garage sale. Can you believe it? I think scrapbooking just, scrapbooking actually is still around. And we still sell to some loyal scrapbookers that love our papers and embellishments and things. But I think it's just like so many crafts that had kind of had its heyday and then moved on. You know what I'm seeing a lot of in the marketplace right now is macrame, believe it or not. Lots and lots of macrame. Yeah, talk about things that come and go. I could have gotten rid of those lights entirely if I'd thought about it at the time, but I didn't. I think I might use another one of these snowflakes, though, that make a class in these, or I might not have enough stickers. have another one. Those big snowflakes. Yes, I do. I like the way that looked, putting the little words on there. It's so easy to lose them off your phone and stuff, though, isn't it, Mary? I still very much enjoy having printed out pictures. We don't print them very often. I'm no better than anybody else at getting them printed, but I still very much enjoy having printed pictures. And what does he want to say? Last time we said Happy Christmas. We have Merry Christmas, Christmas blessings, peace on earth, Happy Christmas. Somehow the Happy Christmas just fits these dogs, don't you think? We could do. I think I may just go ahead and go with Happy Christmas again, because I really like that for the dog. Back in the 70s, late 70s, I was making macrame lamps and tables and things for like legal offices, because that was all the rage then. Made lots of nursery things, little shelf expanders and things where I was. I did some pretty cool stuff for the day. I still had some of my beautiful ceramic macrame beads. I finally made myself let go of them in the last year or two. Now macrame may come back. We shall see. If I had thought about it in time, I could have made these light bulbs go away entirely by cutting that black, actually cutting it off here and moving everything from this red strip over. And then I wouldn't have had those light bulbs at all. But, oh well. You think of these things sometimes after the fact. What are we doing for time? There's only an hour in. That's amazing. We're 1 hour in and we've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So I guess we'll take on our other set. Oh, look what I just did. Oh, it's not the first time or the last that'll happen. I like these little DL cards because I think they're just like perfect when you want to give somebody money. Perfect money holders. Margie will laugh. I'll leave this one this way. She'll laugh when she sees it. Let's see how we look for her. Uh-oh. We had wet noses and I stacked them. I think they're pretty much dry, though, from the warmth in here. Okay, here's our first card of the day. Oops. My second card of the day. Yeah, we know how to fix it. We'll just cut the face off the card and glue it to a new base, but still irritates me when I do it. I actually really like these. I mean, I realize that I'm kind of getting out there adding a snowflake and words over the top, but I actually really like it. It's a nice use of space. Next one. All these happy little dogs. How could you not be happy when you're looking at all these happy little dogs? So there we go. 1 hour, 6 cards. Pretty good. Pretty good. You want to take these and put them on the table so I'm not stacking them up again. I just did that once. I didn't put a little nose on this one. I'll put a little nose on it while you're gone. Probably the most common of all card maker mistakes, isn't it, Irene? You can say you haven't done it. You know, anybody can say they haven't done it, but we're not going to believe them. They're so cute. I think my favorite is this one, the gatefold. I don't know why, because it's the Westie, I suppose. And I think Westies are cute. Oh, you'll have to come back for that one. Okay. Well, we do have another set here. We should just leap right into, I suppose. I wasn't sure we would get more than one done, especially with 6 cards, but here we are. Yeah. We used just about every scrap of our cardstock in that one. I'll show you my leftovers. Look. This is the size of my leftovers from that kit. Always makes me feel successful when I can manage to use up all of the cardstock. Okay. So I think I should straighten this a little bit here. At least pretend to be organized. It won't take long to go back to its natural state. Let's at least stack things up and start with a fresh kit and fresh table. There we go. Okay. I'm going to do the beautiful, oh my gosh, the beautiful, beautiful peacocks. Look at this. It just doesn't get any prettier than that. That's going to be our first card. That's going to be a DL. You knew that had to happen. Okay. So a DL card. That is a 5x7. That is that a DL? No, that's a 5x7. Where are my DL cards?
Probably used them all.
Oh, I have. But this has to be a DL because that would be a national emergency to have to cut this. Oh, here's one. I got it. That would just be an emergency, I think. Although I tell you, they make this tough because he's got all these beautiful feathers hanging off the edge here. Huh?
5x7?
I could. Well, that's still not going to completely rescue me. Let's see. I'll get a 5x7 card and look at what it does. It's still not going to. Not tall enough that way.
8x8?
I could use 8x8's too big, I think.
7x7?
I could use a 6x6.
Oh.
But then I lose all my sky. I hate that. It's beautiful. They leave us with difficult decisions sometimes, guys. Whatever will we do? It has to be done. Yeah, because I want that whole image more than I want the feathers we're going to lose, I think. What do you guys think? I think I want the whole image, just a beautiful background, more than I want to retain all his feathers. You guys got an opinion on that?
Terry says decisions.
Wow, that's a tough one. You shouldn't do that to me at this time of the morning. Must be a DL. I agree, Irene. It must be a DL. Yeah. I also like that row of snowflakes, which I think I can capture most of if I trim this just a little bit on this outside edge. Those snowflakes are beautiful too. So I'm going to trim a little off the outside edge. About a half an inch. And that way, I think we can get most of the snowflakes in. And that's pretty. Okay. Right. Thank you guys for your commiseration on that. I love this cardstock. Isn't it just beautiful? My goodness. So, so pretty. Yeah, we just can't lose all that. It's just not right. And we don't make as many great big cards here as they make in UK. It would cost a fortune to mail them. And I don't think most of us are wordy enough to write that much inside. Maybe I am, but I'm known for being a little wordy. Okay, let's see what we get, guys. Hold your breath. Looky there. That's beautiful. And we actually captured, you can't even tell we actually cut part of the feathers off the back. So I think that was our right decision. Isn't that pretty? That's beautiful, just like it is. My goodness. But let's see what kind of sentiment we have to go up here in the sky level now. The season's greetings. Oh, festive and fabulous. That's great big. Wishing you the most beautiful Christmas time might fit too. I'd have to look at this up there. The festive and fabulous, I think, will work. Oh, that's pretty up there. Okay, may need opinions here, guys. Okay, choice one. Wishing you the most beautiful Christmas time. I'll probably put it there. That's beautiful. Or festive and fabulous. I almost like the bigger one. What do you guys think? It's unusual to have room for a big piece like that. Which one do you guys like? Festive and fabulous or wishing you the most beautiful Christmas time? That one, smaller. Most beautiful. I'm not sure which one that one is. Sharma, smaller, festive and fabulous, festive and fabulous. Okay, I think, wow. Add up my votes, honey. I think some of them went off the page. Which one's that one, Sharma? Smaller. Okay. I think I have it. I mean, I can tell what one. So we're going to go with festive and fabulous up here. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Okay, I just had another idea. Ideas. Sometimes I get on themes. Just curious what would happen if this might not work at all. feel free to tell me that doesn't work at all. But I think it might. Want a snowflake behind it? Or no snowflake behind it? You've seen it with and without. Stickles on the tail feathers. I agree. No snowflake behind it or a snowflake behind it? I see a vote for no snowflake behind it. Any other votes? No snowflake. Okay. See, I love that you guys be honest with me too. That's so cool. Let's see if we can get this huge snowflake back off of here without tearing it, so I can use it on something else. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Okay. Festive and fabulous. On it go. Oh, wow. That was a definite no. See that, honey? How many no snowflakes I got? No, 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 no. That was conclusive. Yep. Popping it up, Mary R. Festive and fabulous. Okay. Will you get me some stickles off the table where I was sitting there? I have several newer bottles. I need the newer ones. That's beautiful. My goodness. So pretty. Wow. Okay. These. I always see these edges and think gatefold, but we made one gatefold today. And I think this would be beautiful with a 5x7 on it. Me neither. Thank you. Okay. Let's put a little stickles on those tail feathers. Just drawing the pattern of the feather right around the eyes of the feathers. We'll see how this looks. Such concentration you can almost hear the wheels grinding, can't you? So unusual to have peacock cards for Christmas. Never seen that before. I wholly endorse it, but I've never seen it before. I'm going to put a little dot of stickles right in the center of my white snowflakes too. A little more blue there. Okay. Baby white. And this one just kind of went cattywampus. So I'm clearing my stickles off this one area. I'm going to dry it off. And I'll put it back on. Because you can do that anytime you are, anytime that you are working on a durable scoreable, because of that little plastic film they have on their cardstock to keep it from cracking and feathering, you can wipe it right off. Don't saturate it, just wipe it off, then dry it off, and away you go. I just did it again. This time I got the snowflake on this side. Better keep that out this time. How's that, guys? Okay, I'll set this one down over here where it's relatively safe until I get my table with too much stuff on it. And I was looking at these together, and I do very much like that. So I think I'll go ahead and cover a 5x7 card. This gorgeous, gorgeous background paper. Wow, that is just terrific too. It's just so pretty. Beautiful, Sharma says. I need a swig of meal. These cards are not going to need a lot on them just because the patterns are so beautiful and kind of awe-inspiring already. Putting much more on, like my snowflake a minute ago, adds too much. They're just simpler and more beautiful. I actually did put stickles in the center of the snowflakes, Mary. Just in the center. What else would be beautiful would be some little tiny, ultra tiny rhinestones to put in the centers of those snowflakes. That would be beautiful. I would not do this if I weren't using craft style tape. Unfortunately, I can't get craft style tape anymore. It was just a little off on the top, and I'd have just lived with it if I had had regular Hunkydory tape. But it did allow me to lift it and fix it with the craft style. I got that a little uneven. Let me trim that up just a bit. I don't think my scissor work was ideal there. Just trim that up. Trim up the back just a little bit. No, I've never found out why the company abruptly closed. I have watched for them and hoped that they'd sold, but nothing at all. Very sad. I don't like it when my favorite stores close. It's just not supposed to happen. And I have really hoped that I could get their style products from somebody else if they'd sold their inventory, but not happening. Put the outside up on some foam squares. Oops. I've been watching to see if the distributor from whom I buy Katie Sue will pick up those easy peelies. They haven't yet, but I'm looking for them. I can go back to Katie Sue. It just means I have to make minimum purchases from there too, and it's nice if I can combine that with other brands. Katie Sue's doing some nice stuff now. I've enjoyed them forever with their Flower Soft products. They don't do anymore. Okay. Such a beautiful kit. I love the craft style tape. I wish I could find it again. I hate to cover up all this beautiful foiling with this, but I do love it with the pink and the teal too. Sometimes we have to sacrifice one element to save another. You've got to wonder what happens when a company just disappears. The clear blue with no indication that that's coming. You know, maybe there was fraud or just general mismanagement, or I don't know. I don't know. I wish it were not so. I don't think I'm going to put a sentiment on this one because this is doing a pretty good job of using up the entire card face. I do think maybe a little stickles, which I may not do right now just in the interest of time. So you guys don't need to watch me stickle it. But it's pretty. Okay. We have those, the same kind that Ecstasy has, the poems and verses, and those, we do have those. Okay. Now I got to make some decisions. I've got some beautiful cardstock here. Figure out the best way to use it. We still have this, which is gorgeous. Oops. Hope if it was on camera. Those are beautiful together. These are beautiful together. Might be able to keep some more of this pretty foiling if I come in here like this and trim some of that. And we've got other small ones that we could use that way. Let's see what we got to do here. I do love that foiling, and I hate to lose all that foiling. Believe in the magic of Christmas, it says. Oh, that could be pretty. I wonder if we did that.
Sharma says she thinks Ecstasy Craft has peelies again.
Yeah, we were talking about that. The verses and poems from Hardycraft, we have those. That's the same as what Ecstasy has. I haven't seen Easy Peelies, but I'll look. But we do have the ones that come from Duty. I think this would be pretty. Maybe I put a sentiment on there. Maybe definitely gold.
Gold Mary.
Gold Mary might be nice. Looking for those gold sentiments I had a minute ago. Oh, there. There's a gold sentiment then on this side, like a piece on earth. That would be beautiful over there. I think so. I also have, which is kind of interesting, I might use that on one of these too. Yeah. Grace is asking for some gold Mary on this one, so we'll attempt to do that. The piece is a little too small. Okay. All right. I'm going to trim this. 2, 3, and 7/8. By 5 and 5/8. Try and limit my backward card making to 1 per session. Oh, isn't that pretty? Put this here. Nope, not quite right. Okay, let's put this on. You guys have gotten quiet. And tape flags. Oops. maybe a little small, these words. Let's see. I'm going a little bit of an angle. I have to fix that. I actually think this is going to be pretty. It's simple, but pretty. Lost my phone tape again. Here it is. Wondered where your dog was. I see him. He's snuggled right up against Bryce as close as he can get. This piece on Earth a little crooked to begin with, so I'm straightening out piece on Earth. I actually think it's pretty. Simple but pretty. I'm not going to stickle the peacock because he's a little too far back for that, but I will put the little inner snowflakes like I did before. The closer up snowflakes. That's 3. That's 3 of them done. We still have this. We still have this. And we still have this one. I think I'll do this one next. Pretty season's greetings on it. Thank you, Adeline. Be wrapping up in about 10 minutes here. If oops, that's not what I wanted for that, but I can have that ready too. This was the one I wanted for this. This one for this. If you're not a subscriber to our channel and you're enjoying watching our card making experiences today, I invite you to like us and subscribe. If you're out there and just watching and you're having a good time, please be sure you hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this is a channel worth recommending to new people, and we can never have too many crafty friends. And when we are done for the day, we will when we sign off, I'd love for you to hit that refresh button at the top of your screen, which is an arrow, or it's a circle with an arrow in it. And that will bring you to a clean screen, and you can leave a comment. And I'd like for you to tell us which of the cards we've made today, or which of the styles that you like the best. It's always fun to hear that. This is 6x6, or size like that here. Oh, it's a 7x7. I'm safe. Put some Mary down on here. Trim this off. Since our card is 5x7, I'm going to cut my topper. This is a tough one. What part of this I want to use, but I think I want this swirly part down here. It's just gorgeous cardstock. I'm going to take the cut this to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Retain that pretty swirly stuff we have going there. Oh, I like that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. It helps if you have 15 or 20 years doing this several times a week, Mary. After you work with Hunkydory cards, and I'm sure you guys are recognizing this too, you begin to just see what they want to be when you look at the pattern. You know, you don't have to think a great deal about what to do with most of them. Most of them, you look at it, and it just kind of speaks to you what it wants to be. Isn't that the most time-consuming part, is deciding how to best use your pieces? I think it is. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That's gorgeous. Okay. I think I'll put this. Oh, there's something else we could do here. I was missing, we had this beautiful border. Let's see what we want to do with this. I'd be mad at myself if I missed something like that. Now, I could use it on this one, and it would be pretty. But I also could use it on this one, which might be fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of it here, and then we'll look at what we want to do, what else we want to do with it. I'm going to get my Hunkydory thinner tape, because this Hunkydory tape is just the right size to go down these 1/2-inch borders. Oops, a little piece of tape hanging over the end. I have to tuck under. Turn this off, even with my gold Mary. Save this piece for our other card. I think I'm just going to glue these two down flush this time. Why? I don't know. It seems like the thing to do at the time. This is really a sticky roll of tape. When I get to the end of it, it's tearing up instead of cutting off. Susan's greetings up there. Blue bottle. Okay. I really don't usually recommend that you tear foam tape because it makes it an uneven width. But this is so sticky and it's giving me such a hard time that I'm just tearing it off to use the last of the roll. You definitely don't want to do this, tear it like this if you're making a shaker card, because the difference in width will let your beads and stuff escape. Okay. Well, Jake, my son-in-law, went out yesterday on the submarine. He's going to be gone for a long time this time. Some of you guys met Jake a couple weeks ago. It was nice for him to come in and poke his head in and say hi. He's a good kid. Don't tell him I said so. Ruin my reputation, but he is a good kid. He's not a kid either. He's a 33-year-old man, but they'll always be kids to me. That was fun. Hello, Kim. How are you, friend? Here's our pink peacock. Okay, we might have to take some of these now, honey. I only have one more to do. I probably can get through it without making a mess, but I don't promise I can. Okay, we got one card left. Three pieces left. Four if I count this. I don't know if there's anything I specifically want to do. Sometimes you just have to save a piece for later. I'm not sure. I think that looks good. If it doesn't show, it doesn't have to be there. So I could do that. Let's go ahead and get this cardstock on our background paper. And I do think we'll put some mirroring around it just because our toppers are really small and we need to use up some of our space. And put some mirroring around it. Looks like we're going to get 5 peacock cards in total, which isn't bad since Hunkydory says we'll get 2. These are so pretty. Uh-oh. My tape decided to peel off there. I don't want that big mass of tape under my Mary board, so I'm taking it off. Let's try that again. Don't mess with me. We're continuing working on our Craftaganza cards today. This is, what's the name of this one? There's our dogs. The peacock set from, I believe, Elegant Christmas. But I'm not certain about that. Maybe I'll find the card when I straighten up. One of my indispensable craft tools. This is my scissor sharpener. I sharpened them a little bit earlier, but it needed a little bit more. They say like 3 or 4 swipes. I say like 10. But I love to use those because I can use cheap craft scissors. These are Scotch craft scissors. And I can (3 7/8) and 5 5/8. Let the mirror board show. I may even come down just a tad more just because I have so much room to use. I'm going to go 3 3/4 and 5 1/2. Just a little bit extra off this time. Leave a wider border. That looks good. Okay. I cut my cardstock down. I didn't actually have to cut my ribbon. It fit just fine. I don't know what this needs. Okay. I'll go ahead and put this down. We're getting close to 4,000. I think we have 3,800 and some. We do need to have a party, though, because we haven't had a party in a while, have we? And we're good at parties. Okay, I'll show you what I'm thinking. Found this piece of ribbon in the drawer. We get me a bow maker, honey. They've all wandered to the tables. There's one piece I'd rather have. Do like a thinner blue. Thank you. Thicker blue. Thinner blue. I think thinner blue. Foam squares. I think I finally exhausted, or come pretty close to exhausting, my supply of cheap foam squares. I need to go get some of my nice ones and bring them upstairs. It'd be a pleasure to use them and not have to glue them down. We didn't have a party. We did not have a party last year. It was too much when we were taking care of Dad, but no reason we can't party now. Okay, I got one of my blueberry bow makers. If you think this is finer than Frog's hair, I wish you had one. You can get them from us. They are fabulous. I think we have a few of the blueberries left, and then we have the red ones with the magazine. We are just about the only place you can get that. It was done by Embellishment Attic, a division of. If I'm making that too small, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a 454. A division of Tattered Lace, and when they started selling them out, it worried me because I wasn't sure I'd be able to get them anymore, and I just think it's the best bow maker I've ever used. So I bought out their inventory, and we still have a good supply, but it won't last forever. If you would like to know how to make these, I have a couple videos here on YouTube. I recommend watching the latest one. I actually made some changes in the way I do things from my earlier videos to my later videos, so I'd recommend watching the later videos. It has to do with what I pick up. I only pick up a single tooth now. I used to pick up more than that, and I'm finding that the single tooth actually gives me a better bow with less messing with it. So here's our 454 bow. It's beautiful satin bow. That's just right there. It needed something. Now it's got it. I like it. I'm going to right now. Popping it on there. I have got to clean up my scissors. They are just a mess. It's a terrible thing to do to a pair of precision scissors like these cutter bees, to cut into foam with them. I'm continuing to do it because they're already messed up. It doesn't matter, Mary. They all work exactly the same way. It just happens to be the one that Bryce handed me. But it really doesn't matter which bow maker you use, as long as it's one of the Embellishment Attic ones. They have some from We Are Memory Keepers came up with their own version, which is unimpressive. That was a couple of years ago. I don't even know if they're on the market anymore because they just didn't do the trick the same way. I still believe that the very best glue for gluing ribbon is the best glue ever. And we carry that, at least for now, until we run out of our supply, as that provider is retiring. But just in the interest of time and on the video, I just lost track of what I was saying. Just in it. I don't know what I was saying. I lost it. There we go. That's just right. There we got just right. Just the right touches. I'm loving it. I love it. Let's take a look at all of our cards. We have one tag left. It could go on the inside of something. It could be used separately. I think just so I can say I used it up, I'll put it right inside this card right here. There we go. Oh, perfect glue. Yes. Yes, thank you, Mary R. Cosmic Shimmer will work for ribbon, and it actually works reasonably well, but the best glue ever is absolutely the best glue for ribbon because it is like a glue dot. It goes on wet, becomes part of the fiber of the ribbon, and then turns into a glue dot. Your ribbons will never fall off with the best glue ever. I'm liking that. Let's see what we made. Some of these are wet, so let's see if I can do this without making a mess of them. We made 5 cards out of, and I just did run my finger right across there. Fortunately, it was mostly dry, and I just snagged it a little bit, so I was able to repair it. Here's one card, or Peace on Earth. That's just so elegant looking. My goodness, that's pretty. Here's our Proud Peacock. Here's our one that we stickled. Stickled the feathers on. Love that. That was our joint effort. And this one. And this one that we just finished. I'd say that's 5 cards to be pretty proud of right there. Those are beautiful. Proud as a peacock. Bryce is rolling his eyes at me, guys. There we go. Next week, we will continue our Craftaganza series. Don't know what I've got left up here. Oh. We have
3 kits.
I think there must be, there might be another one, I'm not sure. But we've still got Winter Warmers Perfect Poinsettia to do. We've got squirrels. Love the squirrels. Can't help myself. And we've got the City Gathering, the City Marketplace. So we've got those coming up. We someday will have Alcohol Ink 2. I'm doing that in class tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. And on Wednesday, we have lots of beautiful, 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 beautiful new Hunkydory in. So we'll be looking at that and some other great things. So on Wednesday, I will see you at 4 p.m. Pacific time, at 7 p.m. Eastern. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and say good night, Gracie.